Hi and welcome to Phuket News TV as we once again review this week's The Phuket News, and today we're at the Gallery Cafe here in the midst of Phuket town and all the traffic. Very bright here, and do not adjust your TVs because yes, we are sort of wearing the same vertical hold shirts. Or I'm sort of farmer chic and you're, I don't know.
Well, I just think it's important that we're colour coordinated for these kind of events, Tim.
Yeah, so I'll get my PA to call your PA and we'll organise it in the future. Yes. Let's have a talk about this week's paper, and the front page says Surin D-Day. Today, Friday, is the D-Day. What's meant to be happening?
So this is basically Vice Governor Jamron and his campaign to rid Surin Beach of many of the illegal businesses that make a living off public land. So that's could be sort of restaurants, cafes, bars, masseuses, all of this that are basically on the beach itself or on the land directly adjacent to it.
If you walk along Surin Beach, you'll see a lot of these restaurants are sort of slowly been moving out, and it's really on over half the beach.
Yeah, and you're not allowed to have any sort of permanent structures on the beach, and some of them, if you look at them, they could actually be taken away at a moment's notice, which they may have to be done. But there are some which have gone above and beyond that, and it's sort of concrete piles and very, very permanent structures in a place that it's illegal to have them.
So this is all about the notices being given out, and obviously there's going to be a story in a few weeks about when they head down there with the sledgehammers.
Yeah, so this is, as you say, so it's basically issuing notices to all the vendors who are down there, or the business owners, that they need to remove these, or else, and the or else is destruction by government authorities. So yeah, we'll be following that story.
And here's a radio station going past us telling us about their wares. Interesting, you've got a full page out on page 3. That's not something you usually see in a newspaper.
No, but it's a very nice advert, but it's promoting SCB and their new blood bus, I guess, to give it an informal name. It's basically, you'll be seeing it going around Phuket, sponsored by the bank, and it's collecting blood donations for the Red Cross.
Okay, all right, that's why it's on page 3. Good story there. Now, here we are with a really good reminder that no matter what you're doing around town, you just always got to be very, very careful on the roads. And we've lost somebody from Phuket Media.
Yeah, this is a very sort of well-loved and popular personality in the local media circuit, DJ Bao. He was known to people from some of the other sort of radio stations and just generally among the scene. And as we report, he was basically hit from behind. He was driving his bike, hit behind by a truck. The truck did not stop and then dragged him for about another 500 meters, I believe, and he was still alive when the paramedics found him, but he died as a result of those injuries. And certainly the impact in itself would have been awful, but the fact that the driver did not stop and then call immediately for help just made things so much worse. So a sad loss, but a reminder just you have to be careful on the roads.
On page 4, there's just a quick story here also about a temporary terminal being built at the airport, because every time you go to the airport now you can see all the new airport being built there, but they're going to build a temporary one as well. Yeah,
this is basically it's been left too late to construct or for the redevelopment project, and that's not going to be complete for another sort of couple of years. But already Phuket is over capacity, so they've agreed to fund a temporary terminal, which will hopefully sort of lessen the load on the current facilities in advance of the proper full-time permanent facilities being completed. I think it's 2015.
We hope. On page 7, now this needs a little bit of explanation. The headline is Stolen Hearts. What's this about?
I'll just give you the brief, and then obviously it's complicated, so you kind of need to read the story itself in the paper today. But it's Thai women basically being taken advantage of by foreign men. And
that'd be a first.
There's multiple scams. One of them is, so a foreign man befriends a Thai lady on Facebook, and they fall in love, so she thinks, over a period of several months. And then he says, I'm going to send you a gift in the mail, like something very, very special, very expensive for you. Look out for it. And a few weeks pass, she gets a call from the customs office, or what she thinks is the customs office at the airport, saying, we've got a parcel for you, but we cannot release it until the duty is paid. Here is the bank account number to pay the money into. As soon as that's received, we will release it straight into your care. And there's multiple varieties of that scam. But essentially, it's a bogus bank account. Well, it's a real bank account, but it's a bogus call. People claiming to be officials that are not, and the money just goes, it disappears, and obviously there's nothing waiting for them.
So these are scams from Farang's on the Thais, not the other way around.
Well, there's also Thai involved because, it's a fake customs official and that's a Thai person calling. So we don't know where they originate from, but certainly foreigners and Thais are involved in the scam. But some incredible stories, some incredible amounts of money. But as we point out in the story, if you do receive any kind of call like this, that you have to pay in person, you have to collect in person at the airport. So if someone says, got a parcel waiting for you, pay this money to their bank account, it's a bogus claim, bogus call.
But good warning, and more about that on page 7 of this week's The Phuket News. Let's move into the middle of the paper, the life section, which is like the magazine section. Kitchen or kitsch is the headline. Love it.
Yeah, it's for the reader to decide, but basically it's a review of Ceramic Kitchen, so a well-known restaurant up into the Cheung Talay area. And they admit it themselves that their design could be seen as a little bit kitsch, it's a bit eclectic, avant-garde, but the food is excellent, and basically we've got it reviewed in this issue. And this is our new restaurant reviewer, Sam Wilco, who people may have seen in other media around the island. He's now writing for us.
Okay, well that's a good addition to the family as well. That every week there's a new little place opening up, and some of them are very eclectic and very different, like this one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, it's really good to see sort of like the restaurant scene is booming on the island. I mean, we don't have enough pages to keep up with them, to be honest.
Page 2 in life is the importance of batik. There was the World of Batik at Central Festival East last weekend, another showcase of the great culture of Phuket.
Yeah, well, this is specifically the Peranakan culture, the Baba Nonyas. So these are kind of the Chinese Thai families who have lived here for generations, and they have a very distinctive culture all of their own. This particular exhibition was promoting their dress. As you can see in the photo and on the page is Ajahn Prani, well-respected member of that community on the island. She writes a monthly column for us called Plight Phuket, where she introduces various things about traditions and what have you. But yeah, wonderful exhibition and a wonderful promotion for a very distinctive Phuket cultural identity.
And well attended. We were there doing a story for Phuket News TV, and very well attended. Finally, we're going to have a talk about in the Life magazine this week is another one of the Phuket's characters, Pepe, who is at Bliss. You've got a story about him.
Yeah, no, the manager of Bliss, Pepe Viva. A lot of people know him. Popular personality on the island. You often see him zipping around on his Ducati. But what people may not know is kind of his backstory, like where did he come from, how did he get here? So we kind of talked to him about his beginnings in Italy, how he used to be in the Navy, people might not know that, various positions that he held before he kind of washed up on Phuket shores and made a great success at Bliss Beach Club.
A great story about Pepe, and there's so many people around the island with an interesting backstory. One day we might hear yours.
Maybe one day.
Simon Ostheimer, thanks for joining us, and another great edition of the Phuket News and Life magazine. It's out at, how many locations around town?
Well, 600 plus. I'm hoping soon I'm going to be able to say 700 plus. But yeah, available everywhere, out now.
Thanks, Simon. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
And we've been coming to you today as we review the Phuket News from the Gallery Cafe. Thank you very much to the staff here. Hope that free coffee arrives soon. Thanks for joining us on Phuket News TV.